beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the March 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Capricorn. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. I apologize in advance, I'm feeling a little under the weather, so my voice is not the best today, but hopefully you can still understand me okay. But let's go and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for March. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message for a future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. So again, column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We have a summary affirmation card here of I am royalty. I love this card. I don't know if I've ever pulled it for you before, Capricorn. One of my favorite in the deck, though. I just hope that you know how worthy you are, how deserving you are. You should be treating yourself like royalty. You deserve the world. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what messages we've got here. The first card that we have is the Queen of Coins, or the Queen of Pentacles. This is a card of being really resourceful. This is about using your resources the right way. So think of time, money, energy, words, whatever it may be. So making sure you're putting your resources in the right place. The Queen of Pentacles is also a very domestic card. So this is a great card for relationships. Maybe you had a great last few weeks in terms of love, or perhaps there's a new relationship. This can also be a card of fertility as well, so perhaps some of your families are growing. The next card that we have is the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is a card of moving on to something better. On the original deck, you'll see that like the 8 of Cups are stacked really nicely, but yet there's a person in the background still walking away. And I always tell people it's like the grass is greener on the other side. It's moving from good to better, so some sort of advancement that's happening here. And then at the bottom here, we have the Knight of Coins. The Knight of Coins is a card of being very reliable, being very hardworking. So it's putting in the work that you need for whatever scenario. And the nice thing about the Knight of Coins is like, when you put in the hard work, then you reap the benefits of it. So that's one of the reasons I like the Knight of Coins. It's always a good indicator that your efforts, your hard work is paying off. Okay, taking a look at our clarifiers here. Up first, we have the Page of Pentacles. So lots of pentacle energy here for you, definitely. But with the Page of Pentacles, this is a card of new job, raise, promotion, some sort of money news. So I would venture to say some of you are starting a new job. Again, you've been working hard towards something. The Knight of Coins was saying that as well. The 8 of Cups is showing you advancing forward. So it does seem like we're moving to new money in some fashion, which is great to see. The next card that we have is the 4 of Cups. This 4th cup is like surprise gifts, unexpected things. So we might not have expected this opportunity. We may not have known it was coming. It might have kind of come out of the blue. But regardless, it's a surprise gift, which we love. And at the bottom here, we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very intentional. It's very long-term. It's very strategic. So I really like this next move for you. Again, I think you've been working really hard for it. And like we talked about the 8 of Cups, so it's like going from good to better. So again, really like this move. Okay, let's take a look at our next column now, which is just general what's coming for March. We have the card, I Feel Transformed. So definitely some sort of change, some sort of transformation coming. Curious to see if it's riding off of this money that we were talking about or if it's something new. But let's take a look here, Capricorn, what messages we've got. First, we have the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is a card of nightmare, anxiety, grief, depression, worry. It's like those like anxious feelings, those angst feelings. So not the best. However, I think this is what we're moving away from, which I actually like to see. Anytime we have these kind of low feelings, of course, we want to see the brighter days, moving away from them, seeing things get better. So I have a feeling this is what we're transforming from, but kind of sitting in a low spot perhaps here right now, Capricorn. The next card that we have is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is a card of rivalry, challenges, obstacles. I always tell people this is like bumps in the road. And I feel like things might just like keep popping up and it's making things more challenging. Like it's almost like the can't catch a break feeling is the vibe I'm getting. So it makes sense why we have some of these lower feelings. Like nobody likes to constantly have challenge after challenge after challenge. At the bottom here we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords can be self-imposed restrictions. This could be limiting ourselves or harming ourselves. So we want to make sure that we aren't putting ourselves in the situation where this issue keeps coming up, or maybe we are like triggering these own anxious thoughts, like causing this own worry for ourselves. But let's go and clarify and see what other messages we've got here. First up, we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a card of finding out truth. It's new information coming in. I do think that this information will ease your mind, which is nice to see. This could be kind of a gossipy card though. So I would caution you, Capricorn, is once you have the information, like what you do with it will be really crucial. If you repeat it, then that could cause more conflict or more issues for yourself. So just be thoughtful of that. I do think the information will ease your mind, but be careful what you do with the information once you have it. The next card that we have is the Ace of Pentacles. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Pentacles, it's new job, raise, promotion, investment, some sort of income. I like to see this. So we did talk about definitely some new money coming in, so that's continuing. Perhaps these repeated issues though, or these low feelings are related to your job or your career or your finances. And again, it's just one thing after another. Maybe you're having like repeated conflicts with a coworker or something, but it does seem like there's this new opportunity here. So I like to see that. We get something new to move away from. Again, I said we needed to like figure out how to break the cycle of the constant bumps in the road. Now at the bottom here, we have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is typically a love card, but I want to point out anytime we have two of something on a card, it can be a card of a decision. And I feel like there needs to be some sort of decision to move forward. Again, with the Eight of Swords, this can be holding ourselves back. You need to really embrace the transformation, go for it. It seems like you have the information you need and the opportunity is right here. So don't limit yourself here, Capricorn. Okay, let's take a look at our next column now, which is anything related to money. I think we've talked about money and job quite a bit here, but let's see what else I can give you. We're going to start with a quick money card. It says, experience the joy of giving, pay it forward to someone today. The smallest act of love goes a long way. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money. Up first, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a little bit of a tired card, so do be aware of that. This is a card of needing to like rest, renew, retreat, recover, some quality R&R. I feel like you've been really busy and potentially a little burnt out, so do make sure you get a break from work. Like you can't work all day and then come home and think about work all day. So definitely make sure you are setting clear boundaries in that sense, that you're not in that constant work loop. But I think a day off, half day off, some time away from work seems to benefit you. Again, you just need a little break from it, it seems. The next card that we have is the Magician. The Magician is very focused. It's about turning visions into reality. I feel like there's going to be something coming up this month, Capricorn, where they're going to come to you with the problem, but not necessarily the solution. So you will be creating the solution. You will be responsible for moving it forward, driving it forward. So it's like the vision is there, but how do you create the vision? So there's going to be some reliance and responsibility for you to be able to execute on this vision. At the bottom here, we have the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. This is new ideas. This is new clarity. I would say do lots and lots of brainstorming here. Again, you're going to get the problem. You're not going to get the solution. You're responsible for the solution. So get very creative here. Go through multiple iterations. Brainstorm as many ideas as you possibly can. Taking a look at our clarifiers, first up we have the Chariot. The Chariot's a card of action and change and being on a journey. For whatever reason, I mean, I feel like if you feel like you're not working every waking second, that it could hold you back, Capricorn, and I don't love that feeling. I'm kind of sad you feel that way. So taking a day off or a half day off or whatever it may be, or a short vacation, that's not going to derail progress. It's not going to make you any less committed or anything of that sort. So again, you're on this action, you're on this journey, you're taking action, there's change. You're going to continue to move forward, so make sure you take breaks along the way. Breaks are not going to prevent you from progressing. The next card that we have is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a very, very creative card. We kind of already talked about that with the Magician. We need to come up with multiple iterations, multiple ideas of how to execute whatever this task may be. At the bottom here, we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a card of going from good to better. So again, we have our Eight of Cups that are stacked so nicely here, and yet this person is still walking away. We need to be not only thinking about a creative way to do it, but the most efficient way to do it. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column here, Capricorn, which is anything related to love. We're going to pull a quick love note, just like we did for money to kick us off. It says playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together and remember that love is the greatest healer. So this column we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love, Capricorn. Look at this, all major arcana cards. I always tell people when we see this, it's like big messages, big cards, big messages. First up, we have the Fool card. The Fool card is the first card in the major arcana. It's fresh hope. It's taking chances. It's going on a new path, going on a new adventure. It's new beginnings. I do think some of you are going to be entering into a new relationship, which is really exciting. Or there's going to be like a new chapter for your existing relationship, like taking on something new together, taking a new hobby on together, maybe taking a trip you've never been together. So some sort of new beginning for love. This could also be a friendship for some of you, like a really new, wonderful new friend. The next card that we have is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a very spiritual card, a very intuitive card. When I see this card, I know that the person I'm reading for is spiritual. They're well connected. They're well grounded. Let that intuition and let that kind of gut feeling guide you forward with this relationship. It's like, it feels like there are no boundaries, which is an interesting thing to say about a relationship. Like, there's just so much possibility and potential, which is really, really neat to see. With the Fool card too, or the High Priestess, I'm also going to say, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how I want to word this, Capricorn. Again, just intuitively, you seem to know what the next moves are. So just trust your gut here. If it comes back to me or comes to me in better words, I'll share what I was going to say there for you. At the bottom here, we have the Strength card. The Strength card is a card of love. It's unconditional love. It's respect. It's self-love. So many good traits in this relationship, whether it's friendship or love interest or existing relationship. Really like to see it. This is also a card of courage though, so like go after this new opportunity and trust your gut. Again, this is like feeling like limitless. Boundaryless is not the right word, but so much potential. Oh my goodness, look, you had all major arcanas on the bottom and all major arcanas on top here, Capricorn. I don't know what it is, but you surely need to hear this love message. All big messages coming through here. Okay, so on top here we have the Death card. The Death card is a card, I always like to point out, doesn't mean death, but it does indicate big change, transformation. It's time to make this change, whether this is new relationship, advancement of your current relationship, It's time to move on. It's time to get on it. So definitely capitalize on this new love. It's the change you need. The next card we have is the Lover's card. I'm not surprised to see this because the High Priestess, like I said, this connection just had so much potential. With the Lover's card, we love to see the Lover's card of the love column, of course. It's partnership, it's deep love, it's strength together, all wonderful things. This strength was really echoing that message too. And at the bottom here, we have the Sun card. In terms of good card in the tarot deck, it really doesn't get much better than the Sun card. The Sun card is material happiness, joyous outcomes, success. All things just looking really good in terms of love. Alright, now at this time, let's go ahead and take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message for our future self or spirit guides. Capricorn, we have the card, I feel peaceful. I love this. You probably heard me say I feel like peace and balance. Peace, balance, and harmony. We could always use more of it. So looking forward to you having a nice and peaceful March. And being peaceful and feeling peaceful are two different things. So the fact that you can feel peaceful is even more meaningful. So at first we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of persistence. This can also be a card of boundaries, so keeping and maintaining boundaries. We're going to clarify this, but I feel like we need to keep pushing forward on something here. The next card that we have is the Eight of Coins or the Eight of Pentacles. This is a card of mastering your craft, enjoying your employment. It's work smarter, not harder. One thing I love about the Eight of Coins, though, is like when you put the hard work in, you reap the benefits of it. So I feel like, again, there's something that we need to keep working on here. At the bottom, we have the Ace of Coins or the Ace of Pentacles. Again, anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. The Ace of Coins is new job, raise, promotion, investment. I feel like this very well does connect in what we've already been talking about, but continuing to push forward to this new opportunity, continuing to work hard. It does seem like there's going to be some peace in this new opportunity, which I love. Looking at our clarifiers, up first we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a very speedy card. It's speed, action, quick change. So I would expect this to happen relatively quick for you, which is neat to see. The next card that we have is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a card of anxiety, worry, grief, depression. I feel like you're worried that your hard work isn't paying off, but it is very, very clearly paying off with the Eight of Coins again. That's what that coin means, putting in the hard work and getting back that. At the bottom here, we have the Tower card. The Tower card is a card of unwanted change. Interestingly enough, I think this may come quicker than you were planning on. So it's just something that didn't happen exactly the way we planned it. But I think this is good because you're worried it's not going to pay off. But again, it's just going to come quicker than you were expecting here, Capricorn. Okay, at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video really quick and think of them. But question number 1, we have the Queen of Hearts. This is number 23 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the 9 of Diamonds. This is number 39 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the 10 of Spades. This is number 30 card. That's going to be a no. So yes, yes, no there for you, Capricorn. We're also going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck. This is a crystal to keep with you through the month of March. You have Moonstone, which is very feminine, great for devotion, intuitive, and really helps keep craziness at bay. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your Healing Note says, courage does not always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow. Thank you so much, Capricorn, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. I also did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Capricorn, and I hope you have a wonderful March.